Welcome to part B of this, I guess it's a mini-series now, of Total Conflict Resistance. This is a really impressive game, really impressive. In the first episode, we went through the user interface, basically the more meta-game type things, construction, production, diplomacy, trade, even just sort of moving bread from one city to the other city, all of those sorts of things, which make the game quite interesting for city builder type players. But now we're going to get into really the nitty gritty of the game, which is the combat. Now we're coming in, the day-night cycle is very important. Now you can see there we've actually got our group selected, the 69th Battalion. I can change the name of this, by the way. I can sort of, it's really quite easy to change these around. So I'll just call this one the Daztopia group. There we are, accept, and so that becomes the actual name of the actual group itself. And so we're coming in to do an attack. Now this is going to happen at night time, and really, unless we've got night vision, it's not really going to be all that suitable. So if I start to click back, you can see there are 4 hours to get to there, but it's still got the little crosshairs. If I go back to there, 3 hours, I can actually be right on the outside edge of this group. So we'll just do that. Now it's just wait for daylight to come. The morning comes pretty quickly. There it is, 7 a.m. And so we'll now sort of go through. Now, 7 a.m., that's going to then mean that the sun will be rising in our eyes, I think. I might wait. I might wait. I think that it uses that's this sort of level of interaction. Let's just wait till we've got like midday. There we are. Let's go after them now. So 8 kilometres away, bang, in we go to do the actual fight itself. So we've got our group coming in against their group of just infantry. So that it is just infantry that we're dealing with. 70 soldiers, we've got 110 with 6 vehicles. So we certainly have the advantage, but they will also be decked out with rocket-propelled grenades. We have to be very careful of our vehicles. It's one of these games that will kick you hard if you let it. So we're going to try not to let it actually do any sort of damage to us. And I'm going to be trying to. I'm not going to be able to pause the game, unfortunately, because this bit of it is real time. But it's not dramatically like click-fest type real time. It's sort of one of these things where you can sort of really just position your forces and then just let them do their own thing, and you can then just go off and do either a first-person shooter or go back and still sort of manage the actual battle itself. I'll start off by managing the battle and then go into first-person shooter mode, just so you can sort of see how that one does work. By the way, you can auto run the battle as well and just sort of have it, and that does a good job, to be honest. It does better than me. So in one sense, and that's almost immediate. So you can just play on the strategic layer if you really just want to be playing with, moving equipment around, moving supplies into different places. If you enjoy the logistics and don't really enjoy the combat, then there is that aspect to you. But this is really where the game does shine. So we're going to go and click on manual. It will then go and build the map for us. Now it's looking like it's some sort of some sort of chimney area. So it builds it all up. And here we are. Now I can't pause it. The only way I can pause it is to press F. Sorry, if I press M and then press F. Oh, even that's not working. If I then go and press one of these. So we've got our squads in here. I'll just go and press one of these and then press F. All right. I can now sort of have the game paused, but I can't move around. So let me now talk about this aspect. This looks really stunningly good, by the way. You can see our forces have been positioned on the road itself. Over through here, level 1 is a infantry, and then we've got our scout group, our armour group. We've got more of infantry back through this side, our artillery, and so we can position all of these by literally just going and right-clicking. Now, to get out of this mode here, I can F is what I clicked onto there. I should actually go and just once I get established, I'll then go through in detail what everything actually is. So these are numbered. They can have up to 10, I think. So you can sort of have like from 1 to 0 is the num keys you can sort of use to select any of these. You can go and play as any of these. You can actually go and say, okay, look, I want to go and control a particular fighter from this different group. Like if we go, for example, if I just go and press cancel and then go to number 4 and then press F, I can then go into the control. and say, okay, well, where do we want to go? Like, these are the different people that are inside this particular vehicle. I can then just go and say, okay, look, I'll be the second soldier along. But in reality, I'm in control of the actual vehicle. So I do this one. This is actually our vehicle that we sort of see through here. So it doesn't have a hell of a lot that we can sort of see. I'll just go and press M again. Oops, hang on. Yep, M, and I will then just go and press one of these and F. Again, we need to sort of find where the enemy is. I'm wasting time, not when I've got it in this mode, but I can go specifically to each vehicle or any soldier. Like, I can go to to any of the others. I've just press cancel, just press number 1, for example, press F. I can then choose who I want to control. I can also give very specific orders to each actual group as to what to do. And so if I know that a group has got like predominantly a different type of weapon, I can actually have them position themselves and then go prone or go to crouch mode or whatever I like. So I've got things, for example, like enable fire, disable fire if I want them to just sort of stay where they are, which I don't know if you'd ever do that. Anyway, that's there. You can go prone, crouch, or stand. So these are just how exposed the fighters will actually be. They will do their own thing if you don't tell them what to do. You also can have them leave vehicles. If they're actually inside a vehicle, you can have them sort of leave a vehicle. But this is very, very cool. Just a nice way of sort of controlling things. Or you can just very basically go and click on, or even marquee select and then just go and drag. This has got the same problem that I mentioned in the last episode about looking down. You can't actually look straight down. So what you can do is scroll further up, which will sort of make it look down a little bit, but it's not really, you don't really have the sort of controls. You use the WASD keys to move around with the Q and E keys to rotate. Let's just rotate out of here. Now, I'm just going to go and position my forces where I sort of want them. So I'm just going to go to here. Just going to put that one on the hill. I'm going to put the artillery back over this side a little bit. Hang on, where are we? Number 7. Just over this way. And so they're just going to be positioned over there. All of my different guys in through here. So 2 and 8, I'll just move across this side. So 2 can go that way. 8 can go that way as well. I'm just pressing the numbers. You do get used to it. If I just scroll up a little bit, I can then start to see things a little bit better. The other infantry. Now, the infantry really are the expendables. So I want to start to move them up a little bit. The first as well. And we'll then go hunting for them now that we've got this sort of established. Now, we've got a windmill in the middle there. We've got like a bit of a rural area. We can start to sort of have a bit of a look for the enemy. They can come in from any angle, really. And we know that there's only infantry, there's no vehicles, which is sort of good and bad. It means that we've got to be a bit careful of our vehicles, but ultimately our vehicles should be stronger than what theirs are. Not seeing them anywhere on the map. There's no mini-map as such. But at least our forces are positioned. You always have time to establish. That's the end of the map in through there. But it's a beautiful looking map. It really does look very, very good. It's really a battle of attrition. They should be trying to protect this zone. There they are. So they're coming through this other side. They're pretty well armed. Looking at what they've got through here. These are quite strong with what they've actually got with their equipment. Now there's already fighting going on. I'm not sure if our artillery has spotted them. It's looking like we've actually been spotted. And it could be ours. Oh no, there's a group over here. Yeah, that'll be us hitting the trees. Move these up. There we go. And there we go, we're seeing massive artillery strikes now coming through. So we're now starting to spot their groups. If I can use the artillery, what we'll see down here is we've killed one of theirs with what's going on here. Yeah, so there's groups coming down on the hill. And so they're just peppering away. I'll let the artillery do its thing. God, it's so damn good. This just the visuals of it as well. Like they just look good. what I can do with this group of this squad in through here, I can tell that to get off the truck. So if I go to F, I can just say, okay, look guys, get out of the vehicle, and so they'll then get off the vehicle themselves. And we'll just wait for them to come forward a little bit. Once we start to see them, we'll be able to then attack them. Got 2 of them gone already. Now what we might do is I might just grab the vehicle that we were just looking at there, this one here, and I can tell them to go back in the squad again, but this one's now going to start firing. Yes, we're getting different shots in through this side now. So they're going to try to get close enough for their RPGs. We don't have to go after them as such. If I now go across and just press F again and go control, you can see there that we've got the force outside, but there's still 2 in the vehicle itself. So I'm just going to go and I'll just grab this soldier here. If I now go and right click, I can now start to attack. Now there was one that was out over this side somewhere. Where is it? It looks impressive, doesn't it? It was 65. Haven't lost any yet. There was one. I saw one nice and close over here somewhere. It's hard to spot them. And I've killed those. So just keep on watching. Yeah, so we're firing at something over here. This is our tank, I think, firing away, destroying the forest. Is that too loud for you guys? There we go. We just killed one of them. We're playing as Nathan Kelly. We've just lost a couple of our guys. So yeah, we've got more movement back over this way. There we go. We just see Nathan Kelly got another kill. So we're now starting to sort of see them moving around. Just got to stop them from getting too close to us. We're down to 53 now. So we've brought in a good selection. We haven't gone after them. They've really got to come in closer to us. Now I can actually go and start to move forward. I can actually move the vehicle forward if I'm wanting to sort of get like into, I can use the WASD keys to actually move the vehicle. I don't want to get too close. Again, we can't replace the vehicle, so the vehicle, there we go. Now we're reloading. In the bottom right, you'll sort of see that it's got the amount of ammunition that we actually have. We just loaded another 100 in, and now our health, the health of the vehicle is 4,000, which is fine. So in there, we're getting. There we go. Just got another kill. Not seeing any others coming. Now there was a heap that were coming this other side. But I've got infantry back out this way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just got another kill. What I might do is I might just leave this one. So if I press F, actually, no, sorry, if I press F, I've got to stay in there. If I press M, I can then sort of leave and start to sort of scout around again and just go into more of an overview mode. You can start to then sort of have a look for the vehicle, for the guys that are coming through. They're down to 43 now, so they're really taking a big beating. There's heaps of them coming through this area through here. So that's really where we need to keep on focusing. But each vehicle has got like its own sort of abilities. If we just go back across now to, which is this group number 3, for example. If I just go into here and then just press the M key. Sorry, I'm going to go back to, back. This is my original person that I can then control. And I can crouch. I can go to Z to go prone if I wanted to, and sort of crawl into different zones. So it's very much like, if I just go and crouch again. I don't think we've got a hope in hell of killing these at this distance. just go back up. But I can also order the units from this particular mode as well. If I press X and just go back to, if I press Shift I can then sort of start to run again. So if I just go back across to I'll go to number 7 this time. See, this is, if I press number 7 I can tell it where to go to. I don't want to do that. So if I just press F, open the command menu, just cancel that one, I'll just press M again, and then just go back into number 7.
Sir, yes, sir.
And then press the F key, and we will use one of these. So I can start to move this one up and out, and I want to move this one so I can see the group that's coming around this other side over here. Now if I right click, go far enough. Only got 18 shots left here.
Target in range.
Well, a bit too far back.
Tango down.
Oh, nearly got him.
Target spotted.
Just wait for it to load. There we go. Got rid of one of them, and that's, we've got a good range there as well.
Enemy down. Enemy down. Target eliminated.
Another one. They're down to 29 men, so they really are sort of dropping away.
Opening fire.
They're doing well here. I can get that one.
Engage the enemy. Visual on target.
So I'll just keep on sort of firing away. The tank as well has got like it's like if we had other mechanized forces, we'd need to sort of be a bit more careful. Now they've only got 28 left. We've lost 5 men, so we've been doing quite well. I might just go and press the F key here and just go and select one of them. So we'll control the first one in through here, and we'll just start to move these guys up.
Target spotted.
So we now sort of come into the fight.
Target eliminated. Tango down.
Yeah, we're doing much more damage. Let's go into the village itself now. Now, quite often you'll be needing to move around a little bit, but in this case we had a lot of our forces. They're down at 23. Now they're probably making a bit of a run for it, so I'm guessing that we're going to be okay. So we're just on our own. You can see there we've sort of just gone away from our forces. I can tell my group to come through here. So if I just right click, I'm telling group number 3 to come and follow me. Actually, I do have other instructions I can give it. I can tell them to come and follow me. But I can tell them to go into actual buildings. Like if I go and point that building, well, we're being shot at from this angle. Let's just go prone. No idea where that was coming from. So we got shot. We're down to like 57 health. May or may not be them. There's definitely one up there. Firing at me as well. It looks like one of them. I just reload, press R.
Engage the enemy.
So a group of them up there.
Visual on target.
So a bit of trouble here. The others, we're now firing at them as well. Okay, we're down to 1. So we're not going to survive this.
Enemy down.
So if I go out and get shot, it'll then show us the group that shot us. So I'll just show you this. So this is the one that actually shot us from that angle. So it was just off to the side. Oh, they've given up. Okay, they've just given up. Yeah, there we go. Victory. Victory has happened. Okay, so what we end up happening through here is we get all these different trophies. So we get different sorts of weaponry that come back in. So we can then use these to then go and build better squads, like what we sort of showed in the previous sort of go. So the Dastopia group, infantry loss for 6. One was injured, which is a really, really big result. Like, this is a very, very easy result for us. No vehicles lost. This is the important thing. We really don't want to be losing vehicles in the game. The attrition of when you do lose vehicles can really hurt you. Now, we happen to have had a really good start with the different vehicles that we had available to us, so that was very lucky. Rebels lost 56, 9 were injured, 5 were captured, and that's it. So we just go continue. And we're back into the game again. So we've now sort of captured that one through there. So the Dastopia group can now sort of go back. You can see there we've lost a few different men. One of the guy that we just lost ourselves was one of those 2 that was lost from that one through there. And so just a handful, really nothing much at all. So we'll just go back home again. And that's it. Basically, that's the game. It's and then from there we can then sort of figure out. Okay, well look, we're close with this. Whoops, we don't want to go there. We are allowed to. Just left click, just so we don't have it selected. And we just wait now for the for things to be sort of built. Like, it'll just go through the different. This will then start to highlight. 12 days remaining on that one there. Production. We're already producing these. Now this is also going to. There's like a rust factor. So when you start to produce something that you get good at, you get to basically sort of get very, very good at building those things. So that group now, the Dastopia group, has now made it back home. If we look at their supply, they no longer have. I should have shown the supply when they actually had captured all that. They carried it all back to Faro. Faro, if I click on Faro again, all of the stuff that they actually got will actually now be in Faro. So we could now go and create a better group, or we can go back to our group and say, okay, look, let's just reshuffle. Let's go and rearm the battalion. So we'll just go and do that, and we'll then sort of find that different squads and things will then start to sort of rearm. They'll get better equipment, I'm assuming. Yeah, so we're getting better equipment in through here as well. And so as we bring each of the actual groups through, we're going to start to get better and better forces, which is really, really cool. It's such a good game. There's so much in it. It's very, very impressive. I've got to say, like, you know, this is so much more than what I thought the game was going to be, just with all the different aspects that you actually have. I actually quite like the fact that you can manage it like this. I think it would be cool if there was a way of playing it without the management, because I know that there'll be a lot of players who won't be looking for that one. I was going to say some of you out there, but I know that none of you out there would be in that category. I'm being facetious, of course. We can again just go back into our resupply. So we've got like 490 back in through there. If I click on supply, actually they are supplied by the looks of things. You rearm, create squads. We don't need to do that. Although again, if we've got back at Faro, if we end up finding that we do actually have like a lot of good weaponry that we could make use of, then we could actually then go and create like another squad. But I think that just getting our existing squads up to speed is actually probably good enough. But it's very, very impressive game. God, it's impressive. So I've pretty much shown you the game, I guess, at this point in time. We don't get to see what's inside these other groups, but we do get a bit of a feel for them, you know, when we sort of have a bit of a look at the map as to just how difficult they would be. This would be a very hard group to take over. But there's things like airfields, etc. I'm just trying to think of what else I can show you about the game, because as I say, there's just so much in it. Couldn't do it in one video. There's that much. Now, we didn't have to move much at all to get a good result in that last fight, but quite often you have to go in and actually attack cities or, you know, particular compounds, things like this. It's as I say, just really, really interesting the way it sort of does work. It's just small, almost like mercenary type groups going in and doing sort of specific attacks. It's not massive armies or anything like this. It's just so well balanced. I'll just have a bit of a think and see if there's anything else I can think of to sort of show. Wait, actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll show you a start. If I just go and save this, it's only got one save. There's no, I think that's the way it sort of works. If I go back to the main menu, I think I can either just continue or, but it's impressive. It is so impressive. Just go to new game. So if we start off with the Rebel Anarchy through this instance, for example, I'll just do a few at the start so you can see what they're like. Just shift tab out of that one. And so we're still back in Boa Vista with Salerno. We've got a much smaller area, so we're just in the back end. So again, this is sort of like the group that we had to fight against. But now starting as a rebels, we end up with 29 different groups. And so we've got like a whole lot of different sorts of weaponry. Now we may decide, okay, look, we're going to take on this Boa Vista in through here to get the copper mine. We've got no real information about Boa Vista, other than the fact that it's got 7 battalions. It looks like it's got armour there as well. There's some sort of mechanised infantry group over through this way. So if we've got armour, probably what we want to be bringing in is our own armour as well. So if we go back in and just start to sort of bring our own armour up into the top, just bring both those tanks up, just see if there's anything else that we would be really wanting. I would love to have artillery coming back in. Again, I can just look for the dots in the middle of anything, but we don't actually have any artillery. So we've got the Jeep squad. I think I'll forget about that. I think it's a Jeep squad there in through there. I'll keep this one here. I'll get rid of that one as well. This squad has got a whole range of different things, including rocket-propelled grenades, which will be useful. That's just mechanised. I think I'll just move that one back out of the way. Just bring more infantry back up into the actual fight. And again, we don't want this. Actually, maybe that one there is okay. That one, I don't know which ones are which. They're both scouting type vehicles. So if we use that one there as an example, so we don't get to do much in terms of what we actually have. We've got like a big force of 29, like it's just showing us we don't actually have anything we control. So we can go to research still. We can still do our research. Production, we can't do anything. Construction, we can't do anything yet. Diplomacy, we can go and start talking with some of these, but all the other countries are against us. Some of the rebels are for us, so we can actually go and trade with some of these. If you go and have a look at the trading, actually no, we can't do trading yet. We need an actual centre. So with the rebels, we can again sort of do some things, like where we can try to get like an alliance if we're good enough, and just improve relations at this point in time. So this is a much more difficult type start, because you've really got to then sort of forge your empire from your attacks. And so again, you've got to be super cautious. Let's just go back in. Now this is 1 p.m. That'll be okay. 5 hours. It's going to be dusk. Let's just go and sit on the outside. Actually, no, that'll be okay. 3 hours. Yeah, well, that'll be okay. So it's still daylight. So this is us, but we only have like a small group coming in at the start. Now they've got 2 armour and 1 scout unit, 3 armour, 1 scout unit, with a whole lot of other garrison type units. So this will be a much more difficult type fight for us. So this is Boa Vista, and if we just go to manual and through this side, I won't fight this one out. I just want to sort of show you what this one would be like as an example, because this is much more. This is an actual. This is a railway railway area. So we're coming with a guy that's only just got now. For press T, no, we don't have anything in through there. We might just press M. Now we've got 290. We can keep on bringing different groups in. Let's have a bit of a look and see what else we can find in here. And so we've got factories. We've got the big rail yards in through this side as well. There's groups that are dug in, waiting for us. Back in through there, they may be garrisons. There should be tanks somewhere as well. So we can eventually be able to sort of find where the tanks actually are. I can't see them anywhere. They could also be coming in from different angles as well. This is us. So for all we know, they could actually have a group that starts off out here. It could be dangerous to just attack the city straight away. I'm not seeing any vehicles anywhere. Just scroll around a little bit. I thought we would have seen some vehicles already, but not yet. Anyway, you get the idea anyway. So this is an area where we can sort of just start to plan the attacks. Like if I just sort of run run a force forward, for example. Like if I just go and grab the first, which is a scout group. If we decide, okay, look, let's go and sit over here with the scout groups. We'll send a. Now that's real time, so there's no delay. I'll just send another piece of some infantry to go and help flank with those. The third, I'll take this one in a bit closer. I need to get good fields of fire. Looks like we've got a field of fire through there, so we'll take that one through that side. The 8th can just go across and try to protect its flank. The second, move that into this forest area, and we're going to get our bum kicked here. Move that one across. Move this tank up as well. Oh, we've got a first kill.
Sir, yes, sir. Enemy down. Affirmative.
There we go. We've got troopers from the 8th are attacking groups that are over here now.
Target eliminated. Yes, sir.
I can tell them to yeah, so they're attacking us with rocket propelled grenades. We've got to get out of here, basically. So I can actually go and take positions. I can hold, or I can go F3, too late. Oh no, we're okay. F3. Get out of there, guys. Now, I forget the command to get them off there. So I've lost one unit. Whoa, that was a rocket propelled grenade that just came through. But it's a really cool game. God, it's good. Now, we've already killed a fair few of theirs.
Target eliminated. Enemy down. Yes, sir.
So we can just go and load up, load up, load up. There we go, doing well there. Another one. Got to be very careful if they get this close with their RPGs.
I'm hit. Tango down.
It's just a fun game. Oh, somebody in there firing at us. Yeah, the everything is destructible too, by the way. Maybe that's not. Don't see much else out this side. Let's reverse up. Let's get away from that one a little bit. I don't know what else will come in the game, but as I say, I'm quite impressed with it. And if I just press M again, I can then sort of leave that one and then back into the fight again, and leaving that one to just do its own thing. Yeah, we're not seeing the vehicles anywhere. Oh, there's one. So this is one of their tanks.
Open fire.
They're looking out this side. I don't know why, but they are. Anyway, guys, I think I'll just leave it here. As I say, very impressive game. Very, very impressive. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. It's one of these games I just want to keep on playing and playing and playing. I do enjoy these type of games enormously. I'm not very good at them, but I do like them a lot. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.